the hardest part about battling cancer, and I messed up the video before. I said that that was the hardest part. I meant to say that was the scariest part. The hardest part was just going through this without the people that I needed, to be there, which was my parents. Long story short, I didn't grow up with my parents, which led to a lot of sadness and pain early. It started right around 6, and like I said, I've always been an empath. So being an empath, things hit you extremely hard. And you got to figure out what to do, with that pain and anger and sadness and things like that. So what I did, I buried, my feelings, which, obviously has consequences. And then you eventually just become numb. I call it dead inside, which started right around 10, but being an empath, I always wanted like something to happen that would just bring like, me and my parents together, closer. And, fast forward to when I was 20, diagnosed with cancer. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is it. And, I told my mom and she blew me off. And I said, oh, maybe not. Okay. But luckily I was already dead inside. Right. So I just kind of brushed it off and said, you know what? Hey, we gotta, keep moving. We gotta battle this thing regardless. You know what I mean? So, that was definitely the hardest part about battling cancer. And like I said, I always wanted that moment to happen. And my story does come around. That moment does happen. Okay. It just doesn't happen at the time where I needed it the most, but it does happen. So, stay tuned. And as always, stay petty. Petty-luya.